Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. Now today we will be reacting to the Lloyd Ninjago analysis. Alright, make sure you check out my other related content reactions and then uh let's do this. I hope you enjoy. I mean, uh his power is life, which is basically supposed to be a balance between the creation and destruction of the first Spinjitzu master who had like both dragon and Oni blood. But yeah, pretty much his like we haven't seen his full potential of creation and destruction powers being used in a balance. So we still don't know what his true potential is, even though people are speculating it's uh the the like ultimate Spinjitzu master form or the thing he got in like a later season. I don't even think it is canonically because I think he hasn't really canonically balanced out creation and destruction powers because that would be his true full potential. So overall, we don't really know how strong Lloyd is in the full potential because he hasn't really awakened that yet, and that just means like they need another season for Lloyd to like go full potential because we still don't know how strong he would be at full power, like how the four original ninjas in the season one were at full power, you unlock their full power. We haven't seen Lloyd do this a lot, so we'll have to wait for another season. I mean, Lloyd hasn't really shown much of his like overall like what he can do besides using like energy, using the like life energy as like like green energy. Basically, he hasn't mastered create the creation and destruction powers yet, which would help unlock his like full potential. And if he did awaken his full potential, he would probably become like the strongest Ninjago character in the verse. So they still need a season where he does that, cause like Lloyd is the protagonist and he should be able to use his full power on like the next villains, cause that's what they were building up in the last few seasons, that his power was life, which involved creation and destruction. And he's supposed to be like the first Spinjitzu master's like grandson, so he should have been able to like master like both, like his grandfather did. All right, guys, that was the reaction. And yeah, I would say like Lloyd's element would be life, which involves like creation and destruction. He basically has the same powers as his grandfather's first Spinjitzu master. So basically, Lloyd's full potential would probably be a balance between creation and destruction. He can create things and he can destroy things. Basically, that's what his full potential would do. But it's confirmed to be life by the Ninjago creators, which is basically the same element that the first Spinjitzu master had. Oh man, like yeah, I know like Lloyd's power has been called different thing, but officially it's confirmed to be the life element, life energy. So yeah, that's his element. We haven't seen his full potential, even though people are speculating it's either golden ninja form or like the Oni form, like that he got in like the later seasons. But I don't think that's it. The full potential has to be his like elemental power, which is probably going to be him gaining the power to create things and destroy things. I mean, like, if I were to draw a comparison, it's like if like it's like in Ruby, if Oscar's power was confusing, his power is confirmed to be kinetic resonance, but then you like call it something else like kinetic energy, even though he has kinetic energy, resurrection energy, life energy, and uh creation energy, destruction energy, perish energy, solar energy, and like death energy. He has like all those in one.
Yeah?
It's like
You have enough? You have literally right.
literally like literally like it's Lloyd's basically the same thing. We thought we didn't know what his element was, but then they confirmed that is life energy, which is the same element of the first Spinjitzu master. And literally like uh he hasn't reached his full potential yet, but he will in a new season. There's likely going to be a new season, and then he's gonna probably uh unleash it at like a major villain or something. But overall, yeah, yeah, Lloyd has life energy. So okay, so meet me at the review section, guys, and I will share more thoughts there. All right, I'll see you there. Alright, guys, welcome to the review section. And yeah, Lloyd basically has life energy officially. And it involves the creation and destruction. So basically, his element is whatever element his grandfather, the first Spinjitzu master, had. And yeah, we still haven't seen him at full potential unless a new season is gonna show that, which there probably are eventually. But we haven't seen him at full potential, but all we know is that he has life energy and it involves creation and destruction. But yeah, it's basically like Lloyd. We didn't even know Lloyd's like powers before he like awakened them. And like I said, it's like how we don't know much about Oscar and Ruby, but and we don't know what his semblance is, whether it's gonna be like a normal huntsman semblance or like a divine semblance. We don't know, but basically, according to the lore, he's Helios's grandson, and he basically has the same powers as Helios as a successor, but he's like way below Helios, and he has like all of Helios's forms, his kinetic resonance, and he has like kinetic life, creation, resurrection, death, perish, destruction, and sunlight energies, which is basically what his kinetic resonance controls. So basically, yeah, that's the same powers as like Helios himself, the god of the sun, which is actually the third god of Remnant in that universe. And yeah, pretty much he's the next Sun Lord, and he basically takes Helios' second title, the Sun Lord, and he he's basically as the new Sun Lord. He has the he is gonna be taking over Helios's position in case he dies, which means at the point that Helios dies, he transfers all his powers to uh Oscar, and then he becomes the new sun god, and he unlocks his sun god form, which makes him more powerful, and he finally surpasses his passing grandfather. Basically the same shit with Lloyd, where he's more like his grandfather than his actual dad. Lloyd is has life energy like his grandfather, but he hasn't like used it in the full potential as his grandfather's first Spinjitzu master did. So basically, there's a parallel between like Lloyd and Oscar in their respective series. But then again, Ashbourne and Jinwoo had this same thing. Like Ashbourne was the Shadow Monarch, both the strongest monarch and a ruler. And then once he found Jinwoo, he passed on all his powers to him because he was dying as his successor. We could draw comparisons to that when it comes to Oscar and Ruby, but it's more like a Lloyd kind of like chosen one thing where Oscar is like the grandson of of a god, and he is a god naturally. And then he's like, the successor thing only comes in when it's like Helios dies and he transfers all his powers to Oscar to reach his full potential, which he does. And yeah, that's basically the thing. Like, cause when we started like Volume 5, we don't know anything about Oscar, and it's just like season 1 of Lloyd. We didn't know anything about him, but then he awakened his powers, and both of them like had to become strong for the sake of the story, and then they eventually take over the protagonist roles. Yeah, basically, I feel like Ruby Volume 10 is gonna end with Salem, get the showdown with Salem, with like this ascended like Oscar, and he's gonna destroy the immortality and arise like the whole like grim army, like all of it. And then they weaken her into the from the Sun Army. Pyrrha and Ozpin is gonna come back, and then Team Ruby and Team John are gonna destroy like Salem together. And then the ending, like Oscar goes out with his Sun Army to hunt for more people and monsters to arise to his Sun Army. And then Volume 11 is mostly going to be like Ruby's like as a major character, just rebuilding all the lost cities, and Oscar as the protagonist with Team John. And it's going to be like, yeah, it's going to go to that. It's going to go like that path. And then they're probably going to be like, yeah, they reveal more lore about Helios and Oscar's like ancestry. And then they'll reveal the names of the light and darkness gods, his parents and family names. And then he's gonna be the protagonist, and he's gonna unlock like more forms because he's Helios' grandson. And then 12 is probably gonna be where he's married to Ruby, and he's like a father with like two kids, like a daughter and son, which have both of their powers, and they're gonna be able to be like the new protagonist. And then they're gonna be like yeah, have both powers, and they're gonna choose their own separate paths for full potential. Yeah, like Lloyd and Oscar are pretty much like kind of paralleled, like almost like thematic counterparts or something, which is pretty interesting because like every male every male protagonist in fiction or in anime is just always the same thing. They become some kind of god or like some special like chosen one, and then they solo the universe. Pretty much that's kind of what male characters are known for these days when it comes to shows and anime. And I don't even think it has freaking stopped. I think that they're really going there. Like with every other anime out there, the male protagonist or the male character always gets stronger, and they become the most powerful god or whatever in existence, and they solo and dominate their own universe and the multiversal where they dominate the other universes. So yeah, I mean, there are female warriors in anime, but it's kind of like rare that they would consistently be the protagonist. Uh, so yeah, that's all I have to say. Now, thanks for watching, and like, comment, and subscribe. And all right, thank you.